This might look like any other good-looking Warhammer miniature, but it's actually Games Workshop's biggest mistake, and I'm gonna tell you why. And then we're gonna fix it. This looks so freaking good. It all started somewhere around 95 and 96, and Games Workshop had been working on remaking the entire Wood Elf line that Jess Goodwin designed some 5 to 6 years prior to that. The sculptor Gary Morley had been hard at work for months redesigning every single miniature, as well as adding a whole bunch of brand new miniatures and completely new characters to the line. One of those were Orion, King of the Woods, and he was at the top of my wish list as a 12-year-old. Part elf, part god, and part forest spirit. Orion is the defender of Athel Loren, and anyone who wanders into his woods is doomed. How cool is that? I had earlier purchased the 4th edition Wood Elf Codex, just drooled over the art of Orion, and come Christmas 1999, among all the gifts under the tree laid an Orion. I painted up the miniature, and I remember at the time it was my most beautiful miniature. I was so proud of it. After that, unfortunately, it's been both repainted and then stripped of paint, not just once. So he has seen better days. Suffice to say, this was the miniature for me in the 90s. And fun fact, if you check the back of the Orion box, at these times they used to even name the sculptor, give them credit. It was definitely a different time. Flash forward to 2005. The miniature had been around for almost 10 years, and Games Workshop remade the miniature for the first time. The updates are barely visible. Mainly he got 2 dog friends that he has in the lore and all of the other old artworks, and he's been reposted a little bit. Other than that, he looks pretty much exactly the same. To complete this story though, we need to jump 12 years into the future when I came back to Warhammer in 2017. The old world had been blown to bits, and in my opinion that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. But I have to say I was quite saddened that the whole Wood Elf line was pretty much vanished, and what was left was a couple of elves in the Wanderers line, and then we had the Dryads in the Sylvaneth line. Luckily, Games Workshop had put their best miniature to date in the Sylvaneth line, and that was the remake of Alariel. That elven goddess on top of that massive beetle is still to this day probably the best looking Warhammer miniature. I just love it so much, and honestly that weighed up all my sadness for the elves being gone, because I still had the most beautiful elf in Warhammer history. There was still one thorn in my side though, that I ached to see come back at some point. And then, a couple of years later, the Kurnothi to Underworlds came, and my hype got high again. Because Orion was always closely connected to Kurnos. He was pretty much the embodiment of the god of the hunt and wild. And just like the Kurnothi in Underworlds, he was a faun, a mix between an animal and an elf. And then adding fuel to that hype, all of the upcoming Sylvaneth that came, half elf, half forest spirit. There were so many things pointing to a potential return of Orion. So came October 2023. Games Workshop was just about to release new Sylvaneth miniatures. And with this text, Belthanos, the first Thorn of Kurnoth, leads the eternal hunt that keeps his master spirit in bloom. Cloaked in evergreen and riding atop a carnelian greatspite, made of pure life magic, he chases down those who would harm Gairan so that his howling revenant seeker and Kurnoth hunter followers might rip them apart. Wait, what? This pretty much exactly explains Orion. He's the guardian of the forest. He's the embodiment of Kurnoth and slays anyone who enters his forest. And on top of that, he, just like Alariel, is now going to ride upon an awesome looking bug. They have remade Orion. And Games Workshop honestly have a pretty much impeccable track record when it comes to elves riding a bug. And then I saw the images. And I cannot tell you how disappointed I was. I've never been this disappointed over a this good looking miniature, because honestly there's nothing wrong with the sculpt. It's amazing, and I really don't mind wooden legs because the 3 revenants look really cool. But with their description pretty much exactly describing Orion, with the miniature holding a resembling spear. He's got Orion's cloak and the horn that he is blowing in. He's even got the exact same pose as the 2005 miniature. It is just very boring to just have another Kurnoth hunter on top of the carapace, being the new big leader for the Sylvaneth. It would have been such an easy win to get all the Wood Elves player back and excited about Sylvaneth, and it would have paid such a great homage to Gary Morley's sculpt from 95-96 and the artwork by Mark Gibbons. And misunderstand me right here, I don't mind them changing the name to Beltanos. It's like the spirit of Orion. I'm fine with that. Now they have a name that's their own IP that no one else can copy. But being who I am, we need to fix this problem now. I want Orion on top of this bug, because this miniature could have been a 10 out of 10 instead of a 7 out of 10. So I reached out to Asa Sculpts and asked her if she wanted to help me remake this miniature into the Orion that he was meant to be. And oh boy, has she delivered. A more modern, slim but muscular Orion connecting to the original piece sculpted by Games Workshop, where I can just slot the upper body into the legs of Beltanos and make me a modern Orion. We still got ways to go to see how this one actually looks when it's put together. So let's 3D print this bad boy, then glue him together, add the spear, paint him up, and see how he looks. Looks so freaking good. Man, I'm hyped. After a little bit of cleanup, it was time for some milliput work, and I didn't have to do a lot, but hiding the seam between the print and the original really made everything come together as one and the same miniature, and not like the Frankenstein build it actually is. Before we start painting the miniature, I wanted to build a base that fits with the rest of my army. I tried a few different things like ruins and different trees, but it all ended up feeling like I overthought everything. So I ended up with a big piece of rock that makes it look like the bug is climbing on top of a small hill, sculpting up a piece of tree to make it go together with the branch that it's standing on. I wanted this miniature to feel as though it's part of the same army that I painted my now 7-year-old Alariel for. So let's make the bug green and red. Starting off by adding the Vallejo color dark green as my base coat, and then sprayed with some lime green from a very particular angle so that I get nice and smooth highlights on the shapes of the bug's shell. It was then time for the main body of the bug. I wanted an earthy tone that wouldn't draw too much attention from the green and the upcoming skin tones, so I decided to go with Vallejo Japanese uniform and added a smidge of ice yellow to highlight it. Of course, it's all sprayed with the new Squidmar Hardensteinbeck Evolution 2024 airbrush. Now we just gotta get some paint on the skin as well as blocking off some of the browns on the wood. finalize the shell, I used a regular brush and slapped in a mix of ivory and lime green to bring out even more of the reflective feeling to the carapace. Done with the highlighting, it's time for my last magic step, adding a shading punch to the miniature. On the skin, I airbrush in a thin coat of skin ink. And while I finish the miniature off, let me talk about this week's sponsor, Into the AM. And boy, do we love Into the AM. Because not only do they make some of the internet's best looking graphic t-shirts, but the quality is so damn fine and they fit really well despite the fact that I'm 6'5" and I never have a problem with the shirts being too short. They also have some really nice hoodies like this one and full-on print shirts for those of you who like to go crazy with their shirts. But right now, we've done a Squidmar collaboration with Into the AM as they are one of our longest running sponsors, and now you can get the Night of the Squid t-shirt. It's such a cool piece, and as always the quality is just the same. You can get 3 of their t-shirts for $61.95, and if you follow our link down below you get an additional 10% off, which means that you can get a good amount of shirts for a low price at a high quality. Go get yourself a nice Christmas gift. And now guys, I think it is time for the grandest of grand reveals. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Before you leave, I just wanted to let you know that we're doing a 20% off everything of our newly opened web store. And if you order before December 15th, you're going to get the Squidmar package before Christmas, which is pretty awesome. So right now, everything on our store is 20% off. Get it down below. Don't forget to smash like, subscribe to this channel, and a massive thanks to this week's sponsor. That's it. Have a good day. Bye bye.